Good morning and welcome to 3.3, Proving and Applying the Cosine Law. Let's begin. So if we had to solve these triangles, given what we currently know, could we solve them? Yes or no? And if we were using the sine law to try to solve these triangles, we can't do it, right? And the reason we can't do it is because we don't have any angle pair angle side relationships, right? Nothing here matches up. And then on this one, we don't even have any angles, so there's no way to solve these triangles using the sine laws. So what we're going to use is called the cosine law, or the cos law. So it's a reminder, to use the sine law, you need side angle, angle, or angle, side, angle. But what about side, angle, side, or side, side? So here's what the cos law looks like, and I'll write it out again for you. A squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos A. Okay? And it can be written out for any of the letters depending on what you're trying to find. You just sort of swap them. So if you're trying to find b, it becomes b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cos b. Finally, c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c. Okay? There is an adaptation to the formula if you're trying to find the angle rather than the side. We'll deal with that in a minute. Okay? Once again, this formula will be provided to you on any quiz or exam. You just have to know how to apply it. Okay? And then while you're writing it down, just a reminder that, remember, the angle is always directly across from the matching side length. Okay? All right, let's continue. So the first example, I'll give you a moment to draw this triangle. This is triangle QRS. We have angle Q, we have the side lengths S and R, and we are asked to find the side length of Q. So again here, this is a side angle side triangle. Side angle side. We can't use the law of sines, we have to use the cos law to solve this. So I'll start by writing down the formula. This will be Q squared equals R squared plus S squared minus, remind myself, 2RS cos Q. Okay? I know it's a long formula, but you'll get used to it. The actual calculations of it aren't that bad. It just takes a little longer than the sine law does. So we start to sub in our numbers. Q is what we're trying to find, so it'll stay the same. R squared is 3.1. S squared is 3.2. Minus 2RS, which is 0.1 times 3.2. And this is also times cos Q. That's cos of 66. All right. Now it's unlikely your calculator can do this all in one shot. Some of them might be able to, but odds are it's probably a better bet to do a little bit at a time and then combine them. So the first thing I'm going to do is square 3.1 and 3.2. 3.1 squared is 9.61. Plus 3.2 squared is 10.24. Minus, this one I'm going to do all at once. So it's 2 times 3.1 times 3.2 times cos 66. So 2 times 3.1 times 3.2 times, oh, I'm in the wrong, I'm not in degrees, one moment. 2 times 3.1 times 3.2 times, yeah, it should be 8.069. We'll round that to 8.07. So once again, we did that all at once on our calculator. We went 2 times 3.1 times 3.2 times cos 66. If you're getting weird answers, just verify that your calculator is in degrees and not radians. Okay. So now we're going to add and subtract these. 9.61 plus 10.24 minus 8.07. You should be getting q squared equals 11.78. Now that is q squared, right? Not q. We need to get q. So we're going to take the square root to get q by itself. The square root of 11.78 is 3.43. And then depending what the question is asking you to round to, for now we'll just keep it at 3.43. Okay. So once again, we needed the cos law. We filled in all of the known values for r, s, and cos q. Squared the 3.1, the 3.2, multiplied 2 times r times s times cos q, added and subtracted them, got our answer. Okay, let's try another one. So in this example, I'll give you a moment to write down the triangle. In this example, they're asking us to find f, angle f, okay? So here, this is a side, side, side triangle. And what we need to do is we need to find the angle f. So the formula is on the board for you. Again, this will be provided. It's the same formula you just used. It's just rearranged to get the angle by itself. But again, that'll be provided to you. Give you a moment to make sure you got everything written down. Here we go. So we have side lengths E, D, and F. So we're going to plug in those numbers. This is D squared plus E squared minus F squared. So 2.5 squared plus 2.6 squared minus 3.6 squared. And this is all divided by 2DE, which would be 2 times 2.5 times 2.6. Oh, and this is equals cos f. I apologize. So the top row there, 2.5 squared is 6.25 plus 2.6 squared, 6.76 minus 3.6 squared is 12.96. On the bottom, 2 times 2.5 times 2.6 should be 13. Now we're going to add the top together. 6.25 plus 6.76 minus 12.96 equals 0.05 divided by 13. 0.05 divided by 13 will give you quite a long number, 0.0003846,153, etc. That's, of course, not the angle. If we want to find the angle, we have to go second function cos. So we do that right now, and we get 89.77 for rounding would be 90 degrees. Okay. Give everyone a moment to catch up. All right, next question. So here, we're going to find the length of CB, which we'll call side length A, to the nearest meter, okay? I will write down the formula for you, and then I'll get you to attempt it on your own. So this will be A squared equals, I got to go back for a minute. Okay. B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos of A. All right, remember this is side B here. This is side C. Take a couple minutes here and try this question, and then we'll put the answer up. All right, I'm going to start working out the answer. $1,600 plus 32 squared is 1,024 minus 2 times 40 times 32 times cos of 58 should be 13 56.5.59 1,600 plus 1,024 minus 1356.59. We're getting a squared equals 1267.41. And you're going to have to take the square root. A is 35.6, which, if we're rounding to the nearest meter, would be 36 meters. Okay. Hopefully everyone has got that as their answer. As these questions become longer, there's more opportunities, of course, to make little mistakes. That's why it is important to show your work. You want to make sure you're absolutely writing down. Always good to get that opening formula down. This one and this one for sure. Try to get all of those lines written down fully before you start trying to do all the steps in the calculator. Okay. Our next question, which is our final one. Again, I'll get you to try first, is to find angle B. So let me give you the formula here. It'll be cos of B equals, I gotta go back and see, C squared, A squared plus C squared minus B squared over 2AC. Okay, give that one a try, and then we'll be ready for the assignment. All right, I'm going to start working out the answer. Cos B equals A squared is 19.5 squared plus C is 10 squared minus B squared, which is 20, divided by 2 times 19.5 times 10. 19.5 squared is 380.25. It's 100 minus 20 squared, which is 400. Two times 19.5 times 10, 390. So now we add the top row, 380.25 plus 100 minus 400. So B equals 80.25 over 390 Divide that, you get 0.2057692, etc. Right away, just go second function cos, round to the nearest degree. B is 78 degrees. All right, so that brings us to the end of 3.3. Your assignment is the workbook. Don't worry about this. The workbook, pages 73, 74, 75. Thank you. Have a good day.